Hello and welcome to Authors Off the Page. I'm here with Julie Coulter Bellon. I said it right. Yay! And I almost said Becky Monson. Becky Monson. Sorry, we were just talking about maiden names. So I'm here with Becky Monson and I'm Jennifer Peel. And this is May's edition, and we're excited to be here.
Hello.
Welcome, ladies. Okay, so this month's theme is all about summer entertainment, since hopefully summer will come. I don't know in Utah. I'm like, is it ever coming? I don't know.
No, I'm loving
crazy
this
weather.
extended spring because that means the summer won't be as crazy. Because if you hit 90s in May here, the summer's awful.
It is going to be
Like
90
we're in
tomorrow.
90s and hundreds.
Sorry.
Yeah, in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
But it was like, if you hit 90s in May and it stays in the 90s, your whole summer is just, it's over.
It's supposed to be going like back to the 60s next
I
week.
know.
I'm like,
Really?
what is this?
I know. I love
Yeah.
extended spring because spring and fall are my favorite. So,
Yeah.
and you don't really get a spring in Utah because it's like, oh, it snowed. Like, I think we got snow on the first week of spring. I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
We need it here, though. We need all the
I
snow
know.
we
We do need it, but I'm like, please, I need some warmer weather.
But Jen and I were raised in Colorado, and nothing is weirder than
Yes.
Colorado weather. They literally
That's
had
true.
all 4 seasons last week.
Yes.
It snowed. It
They
blizzard.
did.
They got 5 inches of snow. It was 88 the day before. And then it went, then it was in the 50s, and then it wasn't. So we got a little spring and with some rain, and then it was the 60s, a little bit of fall. Then it went back to the 80s.
I know. No, Colorado.
And that's how it's always been my whole life. Yeah.
Yes, we've
So
been.
this is not new for you.
No.
Yeah, no, we've been
In Colorado,
camping
yeah.
in July in Colorado. Snowed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Girls camp.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
used to do girls camp.
Yeah.
It would snow sometimes. One time we had to cancel camp because it snowed. It was July.
Wow.
Yes. I know.
It's not really like that in Canada, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay, so first question for you ladies is, what movie are you most anticipating this summer?
Oh, it is Top Gun.
Yes,
and it comes out
that's
on
mine too.
Friday.
And
Yes,
Becky
we saw it last
Oh,
night.
I'm jealous.
I know.
So the first Top Gun came out when I was like 16 or something, and I saw it 52 times. I could,
Oh my
I
gosh,
could
in the
quote
theater?
whole thing. No, not in
Oh,
the theater.
okay.
But I could quote the whole thing. It was like my favorite movie. And even my best friend from high school messaged me on Facebook, and she's like, every time I see the trailers for
trailer.
Top Gun 2, I think of you, because I made her watch it with me several times.
Oh.
It does not disappoint. I will tell you that. I'm not going to give
I'm
away
so
spoilers, but I was
excited.
like, I cried a little bit. But they very much played on the nostalgia of the first movie, so you will like
Really?
it, Julie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so
Very much.
excited.
Even in the beginning, the music is the same. It's exactly the same.
That
same
soundtrack
soundtrack, yeah.
was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they've added some new ones now. I think Lady Gaga sings the main song now, which is a really good song. But yeah, it does not disappoint. It was really good. It was
I'm
really
a
good.
teensy bit disappointed that Kelly McGillis didn't come back, but I mean, he was pretty young at the time.
But she was so much older than him.
Yeah.
I just rewatched Top Gun and I was like, holy crap. Like, she's a lot older than you can tell. When you were, because I can't remember how old I was when Top Gun came out, but I was a teenager too.
Yeah.
But I was like, but I will say too, I watched it and I was like, what? How are they already in love? No way. I was like, they weren't even around each other. Like, I was like, okay, my teen brain was like, shut up. Like, shut up. This is so good. But like, as a mom now and then like older, I was like, they can't even be in love. I was
That's
They do,
infatuation.
Yeah.
they do a good job with the love interest. Anyway, I'm not going to give anything away,
Jennifer
but it was good.
Jennifer Connelly
Yeah.
is the love interest,
Yeah.
right? I love
And they
her.
give him a backstory that's totally believable. And they just, anyway, it was well done. It was really
I'm
well done. It's got like
excited.
97% on Rotten Tomatoes,
I
which is
saw
unheard
that.
of. Yeah.
But yeah.
And I think it just, because it's so filled of nostalgia, like if you loved the first movie, I think you'll love the second one. I
Is
did.
Jennifer Connelly more his age? I don't even know.
Yeah, she is. She's like 7 years younger than him.
Oh,
But
not
literally,
bad.
Tom Cruise has sold his soul to like the college and gods or something. I'm
He
like,
looks
the
great.
man, I know.
Yeah.
He looks better now than
Yeah.
when he did when it first came out. I was like, this is not right.
Yeah, he looks great. And there's even a scene, because did they play volleyball in the first one?
Yes.
Yeah.
This time
Oh,
they
you can't
do.
remember
No,
that?
I know. I
Goodness.
remember it. but I couldn't remember what sport they were playing. I just remember their shirts were on. They
We
do.
know what you were focused on.
Yes.
Where's my pearls?
Yes.
Grab your pearls, Julie. No, This one, they do a similar scene, and he has his shirt off, and I'm like, dang!
I know.
Is he
Now-
in his 60s now?
No, he's
Like
59,
late
but
50s. Yeah.
59.
he's 59. But when they filmed this, he was 55. So this has been they filmed it a long time ago,
Oh,
but
yeah,
because of
that's right.
COVID,
messed
they
it up.
kept pushing off release, which I think was actually really smart on their part. Because
Yeah, but
I
still
think
for
it'll be a great blockbuster
55,
this year.
the man, I mean, it's just not right.
No.
But, yeah.
No, yeah,
But the kissing scenes in like the first Top Gun, I was like, oh my gosh, like they were very intense. But I was like, okay, I was like, I'm gonna
might be
rewatch
why my parents turned off Top Gun.
yeah.
We had my dad came down. What are you watching? Clicked off the VCR. I was like, oh my gosh.
Dad, it was just getting to the good part.
I know.
It's
that
probably the
kissing
volleyball
scene.
scene.
The VCR. Oh my gosh.
Your dad's looking at these men playing volleyball. Click.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually took pictures of it last week when we were watching it. I was like, oh, snap, snap.
To look up for later.
I mean, just post on social media, of course.
Yeah,
Right?
duh.
Just kidding.
Okay, the other one I'm excited for is Thor.
Oh, okay. I'm nervous about the Thor one
Me
because
too.
I did not like the first two Thors. I'm gonna
No,
be straight up.
I did
and
not
then
either.
the third
one was
oh my word!
fantastic.
Because I remember like my friends, a couple, they were like, "Hey, come to the movies with us," and we're like, "Okay, what are you gonna go see?" And they're like, "Thor," and I was like, eh.
But it was so good.
But then I was
Yeah,
like,
was
"This
so
was
shocked.
so good."
So it's the same director for
Okay.
the fourth. Yeah,
So-
same director, same writers.
I forgot what
So-
happened in third Thor.
It's the Ragnarok where
Yeah.
he's
His sister.
like-
Is this with Fat Thor?
no, this will be with Fat Thor. He'll be fat in the beginning of this one.
I
That
liked
was
Fat
in
Thor. That was so funny.
That
And they had
was
to make his
in
armor bigger.
Avengers. Yeah, yeah.
No, Ragnarok is where he got the short hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
handsome.
yes. I
And
know
his
the long
sister
hair
was
is
the crazy
back.
person?
Yes.
Okay.
His long hair is back this time, which I'm like, I don't. We'll see. We'll see. They did a second trailer that just came out that was really funny.
Okay.
So because the first trailer was like, there was a couple of fun parts in there, but the second trailer there was way more funny and a lot more romance because they haven't had a lot of romance in that movie.
No.
A little bit more romance shown in this one.
So who's he gonna be romantically tied with?
Well, Natalie Portman of
Is
course.
still? I thought okay.
I
so
didn't really
is
see
she?
chemistry with those guys in the first one. with
Well, they-
Natalie
See,
and
I
him.
didn't.
There was
that's
there's
what
a
I said
scene-
too. I didn't think in the
There's a
first one
scene
either.
in this one though. I was like, oh. I mean, it wasn't a bad scene. Go watch the trailer. I'm
Okay.
not going to tell you what it is.
All right,
They
I'll
like
watch the
touch
trailer.
pinkies, and I was like, okay, Thor. I'm easily pleased.
Because you would think he would be easy to have chemistry with, but
'Cause he's
I
so
wasn't
handsome.
seeing it.
I don't know.
I
I don't
didn't
love
in the
her as
first
an
one either.
actress, and maybe I'm a little jealous because she gets to kiss, Chris Hemsworth, but I've never really liked her as an actress.
Maybe it's hard because I see her in the Star Wars thing with the cardboard Anakin. What was his name again? Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a cardboard.
He was.
I don't know. I was
He
like,
wasn't a very good
dude,
actor.
act or something. And he's coming back in Kenobi, and I'm like,
Well,
no.
Maybe he'll be better. It really is
Yeah.
the director.
It really
Yeah.
is.
No,
The
because
directors are good,
the
then.
Ragnarok was genius.
Yes.
I left the theater going like, wow, like,
Yeah.
and I've watched that movie several times since then, but I do not.
The director,
I still don't like the
he
first
plays
two.
the Rock guy. The Rock friend. That is the director, Taika
Oh,
Waititi.
really?
Waititi, yeah.
Oh, that guy's hilarious.
Yeah, he
in
plays
that.
the Rock guy,
Okay.
and he's in this one too. So,
Oh, okay.
so he should be.
I love the Friends, the Rock friend. and
Yeah.
Yes.
those are- they're
That's
just
the
funny.
director, and then
Oh, I
he's
didn't
just a
know
good
that.
actor, and he's just funny. Yeah, and he's a good writer. He's a good director. He's making a name for himself. He gets to do the next Star Wars movie. I'm excited to see that because I think it'll be.
I just think
It'll be
whoever
well
came
done.
up with Fat Thor was so brilliant because he's like depressed. He's gone through all these things. It's kind of realistic and relatable.
Yeah.
Like you just want to eat your feelings. And then he has to get the big armor. I just laughed my head off. It was so funny.
And he's just like wasting away his life with beer and
Yeah.
video games. Okay, back to the questions.
Okay.
Well, Jennifer didn't say her. Oh, you were saying.
Oh no,
Top Gun,
I'm
too.
Maverick. I am so excited for Maverick. So yes.
When Goose dies in the first one, that's always the saddest moment. When he's in the water with him
Yeah.
and kind of holding on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sir, you have to let go.
yeah.
I know.
That is sad.
That is so sad.
Is there really any sad parts in the second one? No, don't tell me.
I'll say that I did cry, but not like I did in the first movie.
So you're not ugly crying.
I wasn't ugly.
Okay,
crying.
well,
I was more touched.
I
crying.
have a question for you, but I will not ask on the podcast.
Okay,
so,
yes, we don't want to
anyways,
give it away yet.
I'll
Although
ask
by the
later.
time they hear this, I've
Yeah,
seen it already.
yes, so-
Just whisper it. What is
I
it?
know.
Well, now I want to know.
Oh,
After we turn
after
off.
we turn
Yeah.
off, I'll ask.
All right.
Okay, All right. What series would you recommend binge watching this summer if you had to give a recommendation?
I know what Jennifer's going to say.
Yeah, right.
We all know what Jennifer's gonna say.
Okay, I will say that I actually ended up liking the new Sanditon. So
You watched it?
I
You
did.
did?
Yes. So the old Sanditon,
I kind of
the first season
I
of
feel a
Sanditon.
little betrayed now, Becky. I'm not gonna lie.
You just suck with your
I told you.
series.
You didn't tell me.
Oh my gosh.
kidding.
Okay. The first, well, I had to watch it with my friend Catherine. She made me
Okay.
binge watch with her. Okay. So the first season, we have Theo James, right? And I mean,
Right.
here's the deal, though. Theo James wasn't really a Jane Austen character. He was too good looking. All of her characters have like bigger noses and they're kind of flawed. He was just too pretty. So it really kind of ruined us for any other man. But anyway, then season 2 came along and I was like, nope. Because they all look like more like Jane Austen. men,
Right,
And I
right.
was like, you're hideous. No, thank you. No. And then all of a sudden by like number 4 or 5, I was like, oh my gosh. You're the cutest guy ever. So yeah, I ended up liking it.
Okay.
You like the flawed man in the end.
I do. And he totally grows on you. The one, I mean, she's got kind of not a love triangle because you definitely know she doesn't like the one guy, but he's like working her life. And then she's got this other guy that's like mysterious. And anyway, you'll have to watch it. So binge watch that one. And it's clean. So you can watch that with your children.
Oh.
This
They
was
might
a-
be bored, but
Yeah. This is a hard one for me because I don't have my comfort binges. I don't really binge with current stuff. Although we are going to watch Kenobi. It's coming out this
Oh, yeah.
weekend.
oh, I do want to
Because
watch
that
it.
looked good.
Yeah.
But my comfort binge is always Alias. It's an older
Oh,
spy
yeah,
show with
that's
Jennifer
fun.
Garner. And I
Yeah,
love
that's my
her.
sister's too. I
So,
should do that one.
I'm
I
in the
haven't
third
binged that one.
season right now.
Yeah, my dad just binged Alias just
I
recently.
know it's
Oh,
probably
that's so
for older
fun.
people. Maybe I don't know. I just like the
Oh.
chemistry between Jennifer Garner and Michael Vartan.
Oh my
is
gosh,
off the
yes.
Yes.
And I
charts,
didn't
and I love
watch.
that.
I could binge it because I didn't watch some of the seasons until I can't remember which ones I watched. That I was like obsessed with it. I was obsessed because he is so handsome.
He
I
is. There's
know.
something about him.
I know.
The fifth
Yeah.
season is terrible until the end, but I did like the first three seasons are my favorite. So
I feel like that's I could say that about every show I love. The first 3 seasons are amazing. And then after that, it's
know.
kind
Except
of
for
like,
Seinfeld, the first 3 seasons are awful, and then it
Oh.
got way better.
yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so of course, I'm going to have to say my Turkish one,
Yeah.
which is Erkenci Kus. But again, you have to pay, it's expensive. So, but you know what show I really, really love? Psych. The
Oh,
first
yeah.
few episodes, like first few seasons, actually like the first 4 seasons are like comedic genius gold. Like
Yeah.
I literally have never laughed so hard, and the writers are so fantastic. But it's older. Like it
yeah.
is. You watch it. I was surprised. Like it came out started in 2006. I was like, oh wow, it is getting
Oh, yeah.
older.
I watched the first season. That was a good one.
I think
Yeah.
anything after 2000 is young.
But the
to me.
second and third seasons, like especially the second season, honestly, like the writing was just pure genius in it. So I highly recommend that one.
My husband wants to watch Monk. I think that's an older one
Oh,
too.
yeah.
that is an older one, but I really
Yeah.
like that actor. I
It
can't think
was-
of his name right now, but he's
Yeah.
But Tony
totally.
Shalhoub. I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah.
I like him. I've always liked him.
I liked him in what was the Wings? Do you
Yes,
guys remember
that's
Wings?
that's where I started liking
Oh
him.
my
Yes,
gosh,
I loved
Wings when I was
the one they had
Joe?
good tension between
Joe.
Joe and what's her name? Oh my
Helen?
gosh,
Yeah,
yes.
Helen.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Joe is so dang cute.
Oh,
Actually,
he's
both
so
the
handsome.
brothers,
and they aged well too.
They did,
Yeah.
yes.
You know what old show I would love to watch again? Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Yeah.
I loved that
Oh,
show.
I loved that one too.
Yeah, me
That was
too.
Pierce Brosnan, right?
No, it was
No.
Lee. His name was Lee, and he's
Oh, what is his name?
oh.
Maybe I didn't watch Scarecrow. Who was what was the one with Pierce Brosnan? It was like a Pierce Brosnan. It was like a spy show too.
I know. Oh, Remington Steele.
Remington Steele, yes.
Pierce
What?
Brosnan.
Oh my gosh, he's so
gosh.
handsome.
And
then
he's aged well, too.
aged beautifully.
Ugh.
And then the other one I loved too was Moonlighting. Do you remember that?
I love Moonlighting with Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Oh my, and oh yes, I love.
Oh my,
Bruce.
they had the best chemistry.
Yes. That was like
Yes.
such a like classic like
Bruce
enemies.
Boxleitner.
Yes.
Oh, Bruce. Yes,
Oh, okay.
and
yes,
Kate
yeah.
Jackson.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. I
yeah,
do think I
yeah.
did watch some of it, but maybe I could binge that.
There
one.
you guys go. There's plenty of
I know.
All the older
recommendations.
shows.
Yeah, I wonder like how
We
well
love
they
from our
aged,
childhood.
right?
I gave a newer one, Sanditon.
Yes.
You did. Oh, and I did say Kenobi.
There you go.
But there's plenty of Marvel ones. They have those
I
like
still
10
haven't watched
episode.
Loki. I need to watch Loki. Everybody says it's really good, and I haven't watched it
I
yet.
haven't
haven't.
watched it.
I've been so nervous because I love him so much.
No, but I've heard it's a really good. Like
Yeah,
of
I
of
did
the
like
spin-offs,
Loki.
his is better one of the better ones.
Yeah.
I watched the Moonlight. Did you watch that one? The Marvel
Jared
one?
didn't like.
I didn't like it. I
He
know
loved
it was very
WandaVision,
convoluted.
though.
Oh, I liked WandaVision.
Yeah,
Well, did you guys see the Doctor Strange
We did.
movie?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I did.
I
Yeah.
heard it was more horror. That it's not.
It is
Sam
a little because
Raimi
yeah,
is the
Sam, yeah.
director, and he's totally. Some people are like, "Oh, that should have been rated R." I was like, "No, it
No,
shouldn't have
no.
that."
It's
No.
very it's gory, but in like a cartoonish way, like a I mean, it's not like
It's just strange.
it's strange.
honestly.
Yeah,
it's
it's
strange.
very different. You can tell it's a different director. They even act kind of different. Like Doctor Strange is even a little different in this one, I'd
Yes.
say.
And there's kind of more of the love story. Like I'm surprising like how much of a
Yeah.
love story there was
There
in
was.
it. And I mean, it was fine. Like Doctor Strange isn't my favorite, but I mean,
I do like
I
Benedict
do like
Cumberbatch, yeah.
him. Yeah,
I was
Cumberbatch.
gonna say, I
is
thought you
very-
liked that guy.
Oh, I
No,
do like
yes,
that guy.
I'm a-
But yeah, so no,
I'm a
good
Cumber
one.
babe.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I did like Pierce Brosnan in the James Bond movies. I thought he was
Oh
one of the
yeah,
better
he was
ones.
good. But I didn't like the very last one he was in. It was so dumb. I
Yeah.
couldn't get into it.
I think there's a new
I like
one
the newer
coming
James
out
Bond better.
with Daniel.
It's his last one.
Oh,
I think
Daniel
that
Craig?
he
Daniel
did one
Craig.
last one, and that was it.
Oh,
I thought it already
I
came
thought he
out.
died though.
Yeah, it did
No,
come
there's
out.
one more coming out that
Oh.
because he gave an interview that he said he wasn't coming back, but then he decided to do one more.
But he
Oh wow,
dies in it.
sorry, I just gave that away. But I was like, he's dead.
Apparently, just
It's a
not
fake
just wounded.
one.
Sorry, guys. Sorry if you haven't seen
Wow.
that one.
Oops.
But that came out a while ago, so sorry.
It was back when we were watching him on TV because of COVID.
Yeah,
We couldn't
exactly.
actually go to the theater. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Maybe I'm
Next
wrong.
question.
I'll have to recheck that for next week.
Okay, ladies, what summer plans do you have? Do you have any fun summer plans?
Oh my gosh, my kids are doing all the things this summer. There's like youth camps
I know,
all summer
right?
long. My daughter's doing one in San Diego. I still don't even know how we're getting her there, so that's gonna be fun. I'm going to Colorado for a week to see my family,
Fun.
and I'm gonna write all summer because I have to
That's
catch
the
up.
plan anyway.
to catch up for spring. Yeah.
Ours is the same. We have dance camp, soccer camp, scout camp, youth camp for all the kids. But we did rent a cabin near a lake for our family. So
Oh,
we're all
fun.
all 18 of us gather at this
Oh,
cabin.
fun.
Oh,
Bear Lake.
fun.
Yeah.
Or-
Oh, I love
Oh,
Bear
that's so
Lake so,
fun.
much.
So,
Yeah.
I'm excited because I haven't really been there.
Oh.
so-
Oh, I can't believe I've never been there. And you've lived here forever. I just went last summer. It's so gorgeous.
It's so gorgeous.
And it was crazy when I was there, which is actually terrible, but they were having all those fires in California that were coming our way. And so it was hazy. So it literally looked like the ocean because you couldn't see the end because it had covered the
Yeah.
mountains.
Oh, the water is just
It's so crystal clear.
It's
And it was,
so
the
beautiful.
lighting. And it was lovely to get out of the heat because we had a hot summer last summer. So it was nice to have like a little break from it because the weather was,
Yeah.
it was nice. Yeah, I
And their
really
raspberry
liked it.
shakes.
Yes.
Actually, they do some good Dole Whip up there too. So
We stayed in a yurt. You guys need to go stay in a yurt. It's like Harry Potter. It's amazing.
We stayed
It looks
in
like a
yurt
tent
one
from the
time, too.
outside, and you go in, and it looked like somebody Harry Pottered it. Like there's a loft, there's a full kitchen. There's
That's
it's
so
crazy. I know, it's so weird. I remember we pulled up to the outside of it, and I was like, "What?" And we get inside. It was so modern and pretty.
Aw.
So weird. Anyway,
Mm.
that was a tangent. But yeah, what are you doing, Jen?
Okay, so I've got a little busy summer. So next week I'm going to Idaho. I've got a nephew getting married, and then the week after that I'm going back to Idaho. My husband and I are spending a week doing the Tetons and Yellowstone,
Fun.
and because it's our anniversary. And then I'm taking a bunch of teenage girls to girls camp because apparently whatever, I'm insane, and their parents,
You love
think
camping.
I know, and I just love camp so much. But no, it's gonna be fun. So we're gonna do that.
You
and
guys can't
then-
see Jen's sarcastic face.
I
when she
know.
said that.
I know. So I was like, and then let's see. Oh, and then writing. Like I have to finish the book I'm working on and write another one and then start another one. So it could be interesting. So yeah. And hopefully move. So we're having my basement finished because my father-in-law, we had him move in with us. So hopefully one day it will be finished.
It's
Maybe
still not
next
done.
week. I
Oh
don't
my
know. So
gosh.
we'll be moving
The
Hopefully.
last part. We did our basement last year. The last part of it is
Gosh.
such because you're like, is this ever gonna end?
Well, and it's
Can I
like
ever
they
have my life
literally all
back?
they have to do is touch up some paint and clean up, and
Yeah.
like I'm like literally people like I could do this. I will do it.
Give me a can of
myself.
paint.
Yeah.
Jen actually likes to paint.
I do. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Busy
It's
summer.
gonna be a good summer.
Yeah.
It's gonna go by fast.
I just really want school to be over. It
Yes,
has been
we're
absolutely
almost there.
bonkers the last
Almost
2
there.
weeks, so I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I know. I'm like, what? No, I'm just kidding. It feels so weird not to have. It really still feels weird for me not to have kids in school and like.
Well,
I
your
don't-
oldest
yeah.
grandbaby will be in preschool next year, so
No, both my oldest grandbabies.
that's
so.
right. They're the same age. I forgot.
My little.
I went to my little preschool graduation for one of my grandsons, and it was
Aw.
adorable. But I have to say, so there's this little girl sitting next to my grandson, and she is picking her nose like no other, like digging deep. And her parents were behind us going, Thea, stop doing that. Because all the moms are videotaping and laughing. I'm like, Thea, don't do that. It was so
Oh my
cute. I was
God.
laughing so hard.
Oh goodness.
Someday she'll look back at that video.
Yeah.
Yes. She'll be like, what was I thinking?
Yesterday, I watched my granddaughters yesterday, and my little granddaughter, who's 3, she goes, Grandma, she goes, my mommy just gives me a good life. I was like, oh, I was like, your mommy does give you a good life. But it was so, she just said it in this very matter of fact way.
Oh,
And
so cute.
I told my daughter, she goes, I wonder where she got that. I was like, I don't know, but she thinks you're giving her a good life.
It's a good job,
so,
Mom.
Yeah,
pat on the back
I
for
know,
you.
it's
So cute.
Sometimes moms need that, especially
Honestly,
little
yes.
kid moms.
Oh,
It's a total
toddler
thankless
moms.
You're doing a
job.
great job.
3-year-old moms.
I
Like my
know.
daughters are both in the midst of 3-year-olds, and they
Yeah.
are like
Three-nagers.
Mom. I'm like, I know. I was like, hold on, guys, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask you a question. This is a little bit off topic, but I
Yeah.
saw a poll today on Facebook that said, do you call your spouse mom or dad? Like, would you call your husband
No.
dad?
Uh-uh.
No.
And I was thinking to myself, I would never.
But my grandparents did that.
Yeah.
Really?
But I wouldn't.
Well, I'll
It's
be like, go
weird.
talk to dad. I do have
Yeah.
friends that do that though.
But you
I-
wouldn't turn to your husband and say, Daddy, let's go.
Oh,
somewhere.
no.
Well, I mean, I still call
no.
my own dad daddy, like an embarrassing little
Yeah.
child.
Right.
Daddy. Yeah,
No, like if
no.
I would like daddy makes me like
Yeah, it's
think like
kinda
really
creepy.
naughty, kind of creepy terms, like
Jennifer!
Where are your pearls?
right? Like,
What did the poll end up saying?
I didn't see the results.
Oh, okay.
It was most of the people were saying no that I saw.
Yeah.
But when I thought that was just so.
I have been they're like I have seen a couple where they're like, well, Dad, why don't you go do this for the girls? Or, and she did call and he would say, well, Mom's gonna make us, but I do that too.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
that,
when
but she
you're
called him
talking-
Dad like his name, and I was like, that's weird because
Yeah.
we never.
if some lady was like, "Hey, daddy," like I mean, honestly, like my mind would. They were like, "That was her husband." I'd be like, "Okay," like
Oh my
no.
gosh.
My
Yeah.
husband just mostly calls me like dear or sweetheart or something like that.
Yeah,
Like, my
yeah.
Name, but
Yeah.
he would never say mom or
No,
something like that.
No.
Anyway,
no.
That's interesting. Okay.
But
Sorry.
I do remember my grandparents being like that.
Yeah.
My grandfather would be like, "Hey, mother," or like,
Yeah.
like that. And I was like, I never thought, but I think because like in English times,
sure.
they would be like Miss, like
Yeah.
you would call your husband more formal things, but like I just know.
That's true. Like Jane
Yeah.
Austen times, did you call your
Yeah.
husband Mr.
Yeah,
Mr. Monson?
yeah,
Yeah,
That would never
be
fly
weird.
in our house.
yeah,
Hey, you.
yeah.
Get over here. Yeah.
That's so funny. All right. What classic book or books would you recommend for people to read during the summer? I don't know. I always like to read classics in the summer for some reason.
I was wondering if that's what
Yeah.
thing you do. All
Oh,
of my favorite authors generally release during the summer, so I read them.
really?
Oh, yeah.
And they're what genre?
Historical
Yeah.
romance, Becky. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite too. I just haven't written it like Julie does. I would love to try, but I think I'd probably be bad at it.
See, that's what I thought.
No,
then
but
it
you're
was
very good at it,
fine.
Julie. Julie writes a really good kissing scene, you guys. Just so you know.
Thank you.
If you're looking for a good romantic book with a good kissing scene,
So you and I
read Julie's books. Yeah, no, I do love historical, and there's a lot coming out. I've downloaded a bunch of audiobooks.
I know, right? My
I've-
to-be-read
yeah.
list is so long.
My favorite classics to read are, well, they're not even classics yet. because they're just newer. Like Edenbrook is always kind of one I go back to. It's not really a classic.
I thought
I'm
you'd
very
say-
not good at the classics. Maybe that's my problem.
Well, we should probably just say Jane Austen.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
she's a classic.
But see, with Jane Austen, sometimes I just want to watch the movie because I just want to have all the,
Yeah.
all the feels.
I was trying to think of an obscure Jane Austen that we could recommend, like not Pride and Prejudice, not
Notting or the
Persuasion,
what's the
or
Northanger Abbey.
Northanger
Yeah,
Abbey.
it's kind of a mystery.
But I loved that book, but the PBS Northanger Abbey. Oh my goodness, I love that so much.
Was it good?
Yes, it's so good. It's the guy. Remember the guy in Austenland, the main character?
Oh, okay. I've seen it.
He's
I
in
really
it.
enjoyed
So
that.
good.
Yeah, I really
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
that's
There's a
good
really
one.
good kiss
Yeah.
in that one.
Oh yeah.
I rewound it. I rewound it a couple
Yes.
times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you download the YouTube video? I know you did for Sanditon.
Oh,
For what?
yes.
There was some last scene in Sanditon that you have on YouTube that the UK was different from the US.
Oh, I sure did. I sure did. The kissing scene from stupid Theo James. He's not stupid, but I hate him right now. But we're still in a fight.
We're still fighting.
Yeah, we're still fighting. There's a better kiss. Like, if you want to see the kissing scene in the first Sanditon, if you want to see the better kiss, they did a different version of UK. Why would they do that?
Right.
Because
It's
they
not
want to
even-
punish the US
I
for
know. Like, why did they think that
breaking
we
off.
couldn't handle a better kiss? We're the U.S., for heaven's sakes. And the UK got a better kiss. Like, it was longer and it was more drawn out, and they like leaned their. It was really good. It was really good.
They did the lean.
Leaned the foreheads. I am totally into forehead leaning. I don't know. You'll know, in my books, they always end up leaning their foreheads on each other because the
Me
kissing
too.
got too passionate. We need to take a break. Okay.
Okay, so I have a couple recommendations, and I don't know if it's classic because this was written. They're both written in the 1930s, but I would consider that
Yeah, that's
classic, right?
classic.
Okay, so I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith. She wrote 101 Dalmatians, but I Capture the Castle is a coming of age story. It does end a little ambiguous. Is that right? Ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
Sorry. Yes.
I was like, that
I
sounds
speak,
wrong,
I
but
speak
that's
English.
the right word.
I
That's
write
the
English.
southern
Sorry.
way to
Yes.
say it, probably.
Oh, that's right. There you go. We'll go with that. Not that I'm unintelligent. So I Capture the Castle, very coming of age, but it's about like two sisters who are English and then two American brothers that move in next door to them. And anyways, the dad is like a struggling writer, and it's a little weird, but it's so captivating. I really, really like it. So it's I Capture the Castle, and then I am obsessed with Rebecca.
Oh, yeah.
That story, and
I've never read it, but I've seen the
so
movie.
good. And the movie, and
There's a new version, right?
there's a new version, and Armie Hammer is creepy, but in the movie he's really good. Like they did a pretty good job. I thought it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
and
I do want to watch it.
It's not like it's pretty cleanish.
Yeah.
So the book is cleanish because it was written in the 1930s.
But like, isn't that the one where you don't know who the narrator is?
You don't know her name. You never know her name. And it's so fantastic. So obviously I wrote a book with a girl with no name, but it
She was
just
inspired.
it just lends to the whole like her not and she feels invisible in the book, and so you never knowing her name just lends to it. It's so genius. That one also ends very like you don't like it just ends and you're like what but anyways, but she's telling it from as a whole, the whole book as a whole flashback, so you kind of there is an ending per se, but anyways, so those are my two recommendations. So
Isn't that interesting that you are recommending a book that ends ambiguously and has a girl with no name in
yeah.
it? Like a parallel.
But there was no sequel, whereas Jen's will have a sequel.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
someday.
true.
That's what I'm trying to urge her to write faster.
Well,
Julie and I will make this
That's a
happen.
good segue to our next question. What books and projects are you working on this summer? So,
Oh,
our last one.
I've had a little bit of burnout. I know. I told everybody on my Facebook page that I had to push my other book back that I was writing, which is Love Song Suck, because I just couldn't do it. I don't know what happened. And so I read a book called Dear Writer, Are You in Burnout by Becca Syme. And actually, I would recommend that book to anybody who's feeling kind of burnt out. She writes it geared towards writers, but it really is just for anybody. And it's also good to read as moms and wives too, to recognize when other people are in burnout to help them. So like, I read it and I was like, my husband, I'm like, you need to take a break. You got to go do something fun for yourself. You're going to get burnt out, Anyway, but it was really good. And so I think I've moved past that. I've already started writing again. So I'm going to be working on that, but I'm also working on another project, which is a companion novel with a book that Jen's writing. She's writing that one right now. This is how we always do it. I'm like, we'll write it at the same time, Jen. And then she writes it first. And I'm like, well, that helps because now thanks for writing my character for me. I'll just follow
I know. So then I'm like, is this okay? Like, I'll take screenshots.
She's like, I know she'll send it to me. She's like, I can change this. I was like, that's great. I just added to my notes.
I just had the most brilliant idea. You guys should do these small town romances with the, like the baker and, the sales shop girl or whatever. And I will write from the police chief's perspective.
There'll be a murder.
In the same town going through this murder mystery.
There you go.
It could be
There's a murder in the town.
Oh my gosh,
It could be a
that's
total
funny.
collaborative project with authors off the page authors.
Yes, so
Oh,
funny,
that's
yes.
awesome. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, so I'm doing Love Songs Suck, which is about a girl or woman who meets a guy in a band. She hates musicians and ends up having to fake date him because they get stuck in a relationship they won't be in. And then my other book is called Pumpkin Spice and Not So Nice.
Ooh, you're announcing it?
I am on
Oh.
Authors Off the Page. I know. I will have a
Yay.
cover reveal in the near future. My cover artist is working on it. And that one is, I'm working with like a grumpy sunshine kind of character. He's kind of, which I've always wanted to write. I did kind of with, what was that book called? Oh, it's right there. Just a Name. It's on Julie's shelf. Just a Name, the
I'm your
Logan
biggest
in
fan.
that one. He was
Yeah.
kind of grumpy,
Yeah.
but this guy is going to be a real butt. So we'll see.
I'm excited about
We'll
it.
see how it goes.
Wow. I mean,
I'm sorry.
what can you say to that? This guy's going to be a real butt. But we
I
love
had
him.
other words in my head, but I didn't want Julie to clutch her pearls again.
Wow, throw me under the bus.
All right, what are you working on, Julie?
Well, I am editing Second Guess. So the story's written, which is a miracle.
Yay!
But I have to edit it because it's, it needs editing.
Yes. For those who don't know, Julie's had COVID brain. She's had COVID fog. She had really bad.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you've listened before, but if you're joining us new, that's what happened. So,
Yes.
and we're very happy she's writing again.
Yes. It's been a little bit different than what I
Yeah.
previously had. So it's been a lot slower process, but I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the process and that it's
Learning
getting
how to use
done.
your new
but
brain.
yeah. And revisiting the story because I think I told you before the story was only half written when I
Yeah.
got sick, and so I kind of I changed the story. I changed the ending. I changed what happened to the character, and I liked the new story better. So
Oh, see?
maybe it was all meant to be in the
Yeah,
end.
there you go.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I did think of an idea for part of my Veterans Club Regency series for the Gardener's Son. I'm like, that'd be fun to have the Gardener's Son story.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
I don't know. I might work on those too this summer.
Oh,
That's my tentative
fun.
plan.
Good. I like it.
And I do have a children's book coming out in September.
Woo.
Ooh, wait, which is this
This is-
companion to?
Yeah, it'll be Thelma, the Métis girl that was born in a storm.
Aw, that's
Yeah,
neat.
so we'll have Thelma's Christmas story and Thelma's origin stories type thing.
Ah, it's so
Aw,
cool.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so I am working.
It'd probably
on-
be better to say what isn't Jen writing.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
No.
She's so productive. I'm jealous.
No. So-
She is diligent. She works every day and she gets her stuff done. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead.
so no. I'm working on a fall book with Becky. So
Yes.
and I'm not going to announce my title yet.
I thought you did.
No, I have not announced it yet.
Oh,
That's okay.
I thought you already did.
No, sorry, that's okay.
Oh,
but
take this out,
obviously,
Julie.
It's,
Just kidding.
it's very.
I did that part out. No,
It
I'm
is
kidding.
fallish, obviously. So,
I gave
and
it
the
away.
fun part is that it's we're kind of revisiting from our holiday Christmas book.
Yes.
So like Cammie and Noah will have little cameos in this book, and so that's been fun. But this book, it's a fall book, and it's about a girl who wrote a story when she was 15, and about a rogue pirate. And because there's a boy in her school that has an eye patch, and she was like obsessed with him. Like she just thought he was so attractive. And his name is Reese, and he, so anyways, but her brother is a jerk, and he takes the story and he starts reading it over the PA system at school when she's 15, when she's a freshman. And Reese is a senior, and then like he hands out copies. So like her whole life, she's just been plagued by the story, and people call her the pirate girl and they make fun of her. So she's just been mortified by it her whole life, even though she's like a very talented writer. And her family she's grown up on a pumpkin farm, and so she's a pumpkin for Halloween, and she reads stories that she's written about her family's pumpkin farm. She reads anyways, Reese comes back into the picture, and she's so mortified. She's done everything in her life to avoid him. She dives under things but now he has a daughter. He's a single dad, and anyways, her daughter ends up in her class. And then he's very intrigued with her. But this story's like really throwing me for a loop. I thought Reese was going to be a little more aloof, but he is like he's very much not that way. He is very much, the story's kind of just taken a turn, like where he's kind of like, I want you. And like, he's very vocal about it, but they can't date because she's his teacher, her daughter's teacher. And so
They're
there's
not
rules.
allowed to date parents.
Yeah, but he's pretty much.
Funny. She like texted me. She's like, this book. Reese is just, and I was like, he's coming out of your own brain. And so writers, we're like the weirdest brains are like, this character. I remember that happened with the accidental test. I'm like, they will not kiss. I have put them in position to kiss, and they won't do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Where in my book, I'm like, you cannot kiss.
Yeah.
But Reese is like, yes, we're going to kiss. I'm like, anyway.
Ooh la la.
It's that Turkish influence on
I know. Yeah. So I'm working on that.
Does he look a little bit like Sean?
A little bit, yes. And then I'm working on Christmas at Valentine Inn, which is Izzy's story.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then Naming of a Queen, because
Yay!
That's the one I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
You said the magic words.
So, yeah. So
Could you just write like 50,000 words a day and get to that one,
right.
please?
Wouldn't that be
So
nice?
she really is talking to me, but this has been really hard for me because like I've told Becky, I was like, I don't know if I'm smart enough to write Naming of the Queen.
I know Jen's like, I'm gonna have to learn how to write about wars and battles.
So I've been like studying a lot about war and warfare, but also too because this one will have a little more of a fantasy feel to it than the other one. So just having to really create a little bit of a different, same world, but a little bit different because anyways, I don't want to give it away, but anyways, so I've been working on that. I know. So yeah, so I'm hoping I don't have a panic attack.
I won't let you.
Yeah. So
I'll make you have a spa day with me. I'm always the one who's like, let's do something other than write. And Jen's like, we gotta write.
I'm like, do you want to sprint? And she's like, let's go to the spa.
Yeah, that's exactly what'll happen. We can sprint to the
and
spa.
do I go to the spa? Yes, I do.
You're just being a supportive friend.
Yes, obviously.
Yes, yeah. But I got invited. Brandon Sanderson does a mini con here, and I got invited to attend. Actually, Becky and I both did, but Becky's not going to go.
Well, I don't write these.
I know.
So I might go just to see.
Yeah.
You could write a quick short story.
That's what I was like. I was like, Becky, you could write a fantasy story this summer.
Listen, I've been listening to these books, Relentless series, and now I don't know what the next series is. They're not entered. Whatever, but oh my gosh, they were so relentless. All of a sudden, my brain is like, "You should write a book about." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, shut up, brain!" But it had like werewolves and vampires and fairies. She did all of them. Yes. Trolls. See? It was a really good book. It's a really good series. Relentless, the Relentless series by Karen Lynch.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I love a good vampire.
There is some cussing. That's it.
Oh.
There's nothing. No sexy times, which is nice.
Really, with the vampires?
I know. Jen, you look disappointed. No,
sorry.
No. It's good.
I'm
it's
not
good.
even.
The vampires are the bad
that.
guys in this one. They're like the bad guys, the warriors. Anyway,
okay,
just read it.
All right.
I liked your last book recommendation for me. It was that Scarlet.
Jessica
yes.
Scarlet
so good.
That was so good. Lady on the Chase.
Yes.
So good.
I know. I'm obsessed with that book. In fact, I might read it again.
I know. It's becoming a comfort book.
I've been trying to get her, I've been stalking her, lightly stalking on Instagram, where I'm like, do you think these will ever be audiobooks?
Yes, please.
I would like to have them on
And let
my
me
shelf.
recommend a narrator. For
Yeah,
you.
exactly. And can I help you pick the narrator if it is? Because I'm very particular about that.
That's so
You do
funny.
have your favorites.
I do.
I do too. Well, my girl that I love, like, I
Oh,
love
she's
her.
amazing. The
Didn't
one
you
of the
just have
Jennifer's
an
books is
audiobook
awesome.
come out?
Yeah,
Yes.
yesterday, All's Fair in Love and Blood, and it's so good. She
And
just does such.
I just listened to
Stephanie K is so
the
good.
first couple chapters, and then I was like, I've got things to do. But it was so like she's so good.
She
She
is.
sucks you right in, and she just gets it. Like
Yes.
I get it because I know Jen, so I know like what she's saying in some instances. I'm sure she's good at writing, so people pick up on those like little nuances and stuff. But she just like gets it.
I know she.
It's
totally
like she
gets
just
me.
pulled it from the page
Yes.
and read it exactly like it was in your brain.
Yes.
She's good.
She's so great. She'll just have me give her like my character list and like some like and she's even asked me like, how do you want it to sound? And like, I even gave her an obscure one. Oh, with Izzy. She was like, because I know Izzy will have her own book. So how are you thinking, Izzy? And I said, okay, this sounds really weird, but you know, the girl on, it's a cartoon. Oh gosh, I just lost it. But like, there's like a super like, oh, Megamind. Megamind.
Yeah.
The girl, and I was like, kind of like her. Does that sound weird? She goes, no, that's perfect. But like, she's so great.
The
She's
girl,
just-
the main girl in Megamind.
Yeah, the main girl
so
in
that
Megamind.
was
Yeah.
what's her name? I can't think of her name right now.
oh, is it?
She was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I can totally
Yeah.
picture her. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah,
That
and I was like,
sarcastic
yeah,
kinda,
and
yeah.
I was like, that's how I picture Izzy
Yeah,
sounding.
yeah.
And she goes, yeah, I totally picture that.
Done and
So,
done, yeah.
Anyways, but okay, but I'm sorry, we have to go now. But
Oh no, I wasn't.
yes, but thank you.
I got a text. Sorry,
yeah,
I was
sorry.
looking at my watch. I got a
I
text.
was like, oh, Becky has a hard stop today. So, but
Oh my gosh.
anyways, but thank you so much for joining us for Authors Off the Page,
Yes.
and we hope you have a really fun and safe summer.
Yes.
And we will be back next month.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.